I started dropshipping almost 8 years ago, and I basically did online businesses full-time for the last 8 years. Now, we generated tens of millions of dollars. However, what I want to tell you is most likely, it doesn't make sense for you to actually start out with online business in general. And I want to go over the reasons on why it doesn't make sense. This is something which a lot of people just fully misunderstand when they start out. When I started, I thought I'm gonna make more money from online business than I do from jobs in the first few months. In the beginning, when I started out, I had no idea what I'm signing up for. If you are starting out with dropshipping, you have to understand, you wake up and there's literally zero guidance on what to do. You can watch a YouTube video here and there, and you can watch hundreds of them at this point, but everyone's gonna tell you a different thing, and you're gonna have tons of shiny object syndromes, and you're gonna start this and this and this and this and this at the same time, and you don't know what is good and what is bad. In the first year, I almost didn't make any money. Worked on this full time for a full year, and I maybe made like $2,000 profit in the full 12 months. The reason for that was only one thing. I was spending 8-9 hours a day doing dropshipping, but it didn't matter because I didn't know what I'm doing. It doesn't matter if you spend 8 hours a day. The only thing that matters is what did you get done, which is gonna make money in that day. And the answer on my end was basically nothing. I was building a store, I was refreshing my dashboard, I was reaching out to these influencer pages, I was doing this and this and that. But at the end of the day, I didn't do anything which actually was even setting me up to generate money. And that's the biggest problem you're gonna face. When you start out, you will be so lost on where to start and what to do that it almost doesn't make sense to get started if you just don't know that you're gonna stick through it for the next few years. The only way you will make more from online businesses than from your job is if you just commit to one thing and not do anything else for the next years without any expectations. Because I just want you to understand the actual numbers of how much money you have to generate to be able to live off dropshipping. Most people are going to sugarcoat things. If you make 10K a month, you're good. It's just not how it works. Let's say you do make $10,000 revenue a month. How much is that in profit? 2, 3, 4K max? You pay taxes on that, so it's only half. Let's just say you make 4K profit off dropshipping, okay, in 1 month. Cool. This is literally not sustainable. You can't live off that at all. Why? Because 4K means 2K because you have to pay tax. And then off these 2K, you can't even spend all of them. If you make job money, you can spend 100% of it and it doesn't matter. If you make dropshipping money or business money, you have to take that money and reinvest it into the business. It's not the thing where you just start out and you make profits and you take these profits and you spend them on personal shit. It doesn't work that way at all. I have a rule for myself, which is the cash burn rate. If I make $10,000, I allow myself to spend anywhere between 10 and 30% of this money to basically for private stuff. All the rest has to stay in the business, and the business just needs cash flow, it needs money to grow. And that's why you can't spend it all. So if you make 10K, which is 5K, and you can only spend 30%, that's like 1.5K, something like that. You have 1.5K. You could have just literally worked as a barista and you would have made more. You have to understand, you can't expect these quick money grabs. In the very beginning, it's just gonna take a super long time until you actually become rich. Everyone's talking about becoming a millionaire and all of that. If you want to understand what $1 million in profit after tax actually is, just to put it into perspective here, you have to make 10K a month for 10 years, spend $0 off these 10K a month to generate roughly $1 million or $1.2 million before tax. If you can save up $10,000 every single month for 10 years, only then you're a millionaire. So 10K is clearly not enough. And keep in mind, we don't even talk about taxes. This is like, in reality, it's 500K or 600K. To become a real millionaire, to have a liquid $1 million in your bank account, you have to generate so much revenue. You have no idea. That's what I want to start out with. This is kind of the premise of the video. I want to make sure that you actually understand what that means. Becoming a millionaire is probably the hardest thing you can ever imagine doing. It's so difficult. It's gonna take years and years of your life. And also, the hardest part about it is that once you make 10K a month, you feel like you made it. Like in your little bubble, you look at the dashboard and the dashboard doesn't say 10K a month. It says 30K, 40K a month because you look at the revenue. You see the highest number possible. You see revenue before tax, before everything. And that's the number you look at and you get all these dopamine flashes and you feel like you already made it. And all of your friends, they look up to you because that's the number you show them, right? You made 50K this month. You didn't, but you show them you made 50K this month. You see these numbers and then you dilute yourself into being able to chill a little bit more. You had a few months where you made 10K a month and then you start chilling and then you start making 5K a month, 4K a month, and it just goes down from there. And then if you look at the yearly average, you made significantly less money than working a job. I know that for 99% of everyone watching this, it's better to do a job because you're not gonna make it in business. Doing business in general is literally, like, genuinely hard. You're gonna watch my other videos, I say how easy it is and all of these things. I say it's easy, especially like right now, doing TikTok Shop affiliate is like the easiest business model. It is easy in comparison to other businesses. I speak to committed business owners. If you already are doing stuff, if you work for 8-9 hours a day for months and months on end, I can tell you whatever you're doing, there's an easier thing. If you would spend your 8 hours on this thing instead of this thing, like instead of doing dropshipping, you do TikTok Shop affiliate, you're gonna make more money. It's significantly easier. You can utilize AI, but it's still hard because business overall is super frustrating and annoying. You're gonna get blocked every single day. There's gonna be tons of problems. You're not gonna know what to do. You're gonna have these issues which feel unsolvable. Then the government is gonna come for your money because of tax and you don't even know what you're doing. You never learned how to do tax and you have to pay an accountant from your profit and you have to pay all of these things. Triple thing if you really want to start a business. Don't get me wrong, retrospectively, I'm so glad I started a business. It was the best decision I've ever made, but only because I actually made it through the whole thing. I stuck to a business model for such a long time where it just doesn't make sense that I wouldn't succeed. I started 8 years ago. It would be really odd if I wasn't a millionaire at this point and I stick to one thing for 8 years straight and still didn't make it work. That wouldn't make sense. And that's kind of the perspective you also have to take if you do want to start. With all of that being said, looking at the short time frame, you're going to be better off doing a job. It's significantly better to do a job in the short run. In the long run, let's say in the next 10 years, it actually is very unreasonable to assume that you're not going to become a millionaire if you stick to one business model, which is good, and do the right thing for 8 hours straight for 10 years. It just doesn't make sense that you're not going to become a millionaire. It's very logical that you're going to become rich. However, it's super non-logical that you're going to become rich off doing a job 10 years straight. You're not going to make legit money. You're gonna still work off that job. You're gonna live in this cash flow situation where every month you're gonna get a paycheck. If you do dropshipping, or if you do business overall, these bigger time frames, they kind of compound. And it's significantly easier to become very, very wealthy if you just stick to one business model. This 10-year horizon, I'm putting this out there like on purpose. In reality, 5 years is probably more than enough. If you just, let's say, play basketball for 5 years straight, 8 hours a day, no way you're not going to become good at it. In 5 years, you're going to become really good if you just play all day. That's the only thing you have to do to become good. It's the same thing with business. You just do the right thing for 5 years straight, you're going to be rich. The only question is, are you going to stick to one thing? Are you not going to have shiny object syndrome? Are you going to not jump around? Because most of you guys will jump from business model to business model to business model. You're going to do a million things at the same time. You're going to see one guy who made more money with his other business model and just jump on there. You're going to do a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of nonsense within the business model. And if you do that, then it doesn't make sense to start. The only way where it makes sense to start is if you commit to one thing until it works, no matter what. There's a lot of things which I would do for myself, which I would never recommend to a beginner. And this is also something which, like, a lot of people will misunderstand. If I would talk to Elon Musk right now and Elon Musk would give me some advice, 99% chance that advice is going to be full-on bullshit for me, because he's thinking so much bigger. He's so many steps in advance. He already forgot how to make an extra few $1 million. He's so much more advanced than me that everything he's going to say is going to be fully unrelatable. Like, if I speak to a full-on beginner, I can forget, oh fuck, what I'm doing right now, it's super exciting. Like I have these new small tricks which I figured out to make another 200K extra profit a month. Insane, but it's not gonna help the beginner. And I have to always tell myself, all right, whatever I do right now is fully irrelevant to you if you don't make money. What you should do is fully separated from what I'm doing. These are literally two different things. If I speak in terms of my realm, in terms of what I should do, it's not relevant for you. So I have to speak to you. For the last few years, like my whole thing was looking for the best business model for a beginner to start out. And if they just put in the work for a long enough time period, then they're gonna succeed. And it was organic dropshipping a while back. Now, in my opinion, it's TikTok Shop Affiliate and the easiest way to get started because you can use AI to generate videos and you can use AI to script videos. You can use AI to basically do almost all the work, and you don't have like 80 or 90% of all the problems which every other business model has, which basically is like customer support and dealing with like very specific issues like the shipping times and things like that, and building a store and building the backup and building the email marketing. And you just have to focus on one thing, which is making content. If you're an affiliate, you can make AI content, work for a brand, you get around 35% of the revenue you generate for that person or for the brand. You just cash in on the profit without having to deal with all the problems. There's so little distractions. It's very clear what you have to do. Just make good content. If you make good videos, you will make money. However, it also will not work in the long run if you don't actually try for a very long time. Like, you can have a good month pretty fast, like a few months in, you can have one good month. But like, if you look at the yearly average of how much you made in the first year, in most cases, you're gonna make more with a job because you're gonna have one great month, one bad month, one great month, and it's gonna average out somewhere along a job. It's gonna be like comparable to each other. Once you keep doing it, it just compounds and it becomes so much more. And that's where you cash in. Most of you guys shouldn't start a business. It doesn't make sense. I see it with a lot of people I personally know. They ask me like, how can I start? And I tell them, yeah, do this. And then they don't. And then it's like, okay, good that you didn't do it, because if you would have done this, you would have had to do these million extra things as well for the next years, and you wouldn't have done 99% of them. So why waste your time? It's a full-on waste of time to start a business if you don't commit to it. Genuinely ask yourself, do you really want to do this? Do you actually want to commit to doing business until it works, no matter what? Just do it until it works. If yes, then it makes sense. And this is also who I tailored my mentorship program around. I don't want to work with you if you're not committed. I genuinely only want to work with you if I know you're going to become successful and you're going to keep being successful over a long amount of time. Because then I know my network is going to significantly increase. I understand if I start helping you making money right now, and in a few years you're rich, then you're going to be very thankful to me. And I basically just got myself a thankful, rich friend. Insane value prop. I've been running this mentorship for years now, and it's the one thing which helped me out with everything the most. I can ask actually rich people who have a lot of money because they've been through the program and actually done it for years. I can ask them for advice whenever I want. I can just call them up. They're super thankful. It's a really big benefit to me to have successful people who actually make money. I don't need anyone who doesn't execute. If you don't do what we're gonna tell you, it's not gonna work. The only way where it makes sense to run this mentorship is if people have success. Most of these mentorships don't look at it that way. Most of the mentorships just wanna make a quick money grab off you. You just wanna take the initial payment and then whatever, we'll see. But with us, we make way more than 50% of all the money and 80% of all the profit from the back end, like from people buying again. This is the whole business model we have. It only works because the content as well is structured around kind of pushing people away and making sure you don't think it's too easy, you understand it's going to be super rough. And if you do understand that and you're committed, and then you see all these case studies around you, like when you're in the mentorship program, you're going to see a lot of people around you who are making a lot of money because they've been in the mentorship for long enough. You're going to see all of them, and it's going to keep you engaged. It's going to show you the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's where you can actually like keep going. But you can also borrow the same light at the end of the tunnel from other people. If I just share my dashboard in a call with you and I'm like, bro, you can do this. I give you 10 contacts of people who started 3 months ago and then now are making money. You're gonna be like, okay, I should keep going. It makes sense. And this is why this program works so well, because not only we have a good strategy, but we also have all the case studies which keep you motivated. You're gonna be connected with all these people, like everyone you see on the channel, the case studies. We can connect you with anyone you want. If you truly do want to start, you can set up a call with us and we're gonna see if it's a good fit. There's gonna be a link in the description. You can click that. Genuinely think, do I want to commit to this until it works? If yes, go ahead. Give it a thought. If you want to get started with us, click the link below and maybe we're going to get started soon.